Hey, in today's weekly recap, we will talk about 3 trades that I took this week. So first one was this one, GJ. The same range as of previous week. Bearish price action, so 2 bearish shifts on GJ, clear bearish trend. However, this time I played with inside structure, so of course we are still mitigating the same structural ranges, but I was using this price action as a refinement. Overall, I gave this setup, so this is it, like a weird price action, not clear structure based on inside structure, and kind of forced trade. I was feeling like something is wrong here, so I put it like B minus. It was a usual loser for me. And here is how it looks. So 4 hours bearish, so everything is bearish. And you see, this is a kind of price action which I called weird. So like this huge impulse, like then huge pullback into the zone, but because price on lower time frames started to show some bearishness, I was still looking for the price to create this new lower low based on daily. And we had relatively clear refinement here, so I looked on 15 minutes, and on 15 minutes we had this huge range, but then inside structure started to line up pretty well. Again, I'm not usually trading this inside structure, but on lower time frames it was a structural place, and we had this zone, so I decided to take a risk. I realized the trade is not of the highest quality, but for me that was okay. The risk was really low. And here what was happening, so my main structural reasoning for this was this shift on 15-minute. This is still inside structure of this huge overextended range, but because of the context from the higher time frames, I was okay to take this risk. And this is a mistake. I can call it a mistake now because I'm facing it very often. So you see, if I'm going for a bearish trade, it's better to go when the market already started a move down. But here I'm kind of want to catch this very top of the move from a zone. So this is my protected high, and I realize price already mitigated a big part of the zone, and if the market wants to turn around, it will do it somewhere here. But I never actually waited even for 1 minute shift. That was a 30-second entry, a 30-second confirmation, and here how it looked like. So the market just moving up, then creating a break. Oh, sorry, maybe even from 15 seconds, but eventually it created this one break, and from a zone I was looking for this entry, and that's all. So overall, a B minus quality entry. You see, no clear price action here, and the wave overall is against me still here. So that's why I treat it as a lower quality setup, and it went straight into my stop loss and continued up and up and up. Now my next entry was Euro USD. So let me show you what I had here. So this one was based, first of all, we have this bearish monthly impulse. Weekly is shifting bullish. However, we still can expect some bearish price action, of course, even from this zone, if we expect this to be like an absorption of this high. But again, this is an example of a lower quality setup. So daily was clearly against me, creating this bullish structure. And then the entry was based around 2 hours and 1 hour. So on 2 hours we have this break, this small little break, and then breakdown, breakdown, breakdown here with this candle, and this week as a zone, and coming back for mitigation again. As you can see, this is a boxy price action with daily bullish, so I consider it lower quality. But again, for me this week, that was okay to trade, to take this small risk, and just to check how the zone will react. And here what we had on 1 hour, so a breakdown and one more break, this small, and then coming back to really clear and nice zone. And then even creating some reaction, coming back, and here I entered on a repeat mitigation of the zone. And as you remember, so this is a scenario when you have one protected high, like a break, one protected high, and price breaks it but never creates one more, so we are still okay to use it for our entry. And let's look into lower time frames. So on lower time frames, on 15 minutes, we basically see the same, so same candle. And then price came a bit higher on 15 minutes. It was still a weak on 1 hour, so I was still looking to take it short. And here we have this interesting scenario where price just takes you out and then goes into profit, and provided a really nice educational case study for us. So what I had here, you see the same type of entry like I discussed on GJ. So I entered kind of at the top, so I know that my zone is here, so I can like take this risk, because if price wants to turn, it will do it. And we have one break, a clear zone. So let me zoom in a bit more. We have this, but again, you see the break, the quality of a break is it is there, the body close below, but it's not clear. You see the impulse is not clear, the zone is okay. So I was taking an entry here, price stopped me out, went like 2 times my stop loss. Again, it's all journal, so I will analyze it and you can do it also, of course. And then price started to create a wave into my direction. So you see the big difference between entering into this place and inside of this wave. And as you can see later, price created a really nice break with clear full body candle S&D zone, like obvious break. So compare this one and this one, how much better is that one? Mitigation of a zone, clear entry here, stop loss, and like beautiful price action from here. And then you can maybe play with this zone. It will also take you lower for my usual 5-hour trade. So this is hindsight, and this is my entry, one more loser. And then I had one winner on Euro GBP. So this Euro USD setup for me was again a B quality, B minus quality, because what we have, so we have yeah, we was against 1 minute only with 15 minute. Oh, sorry, this was my S&Ds. We were against daily, so like higher time frame context is kind of against us. So I give it like B minus. And this is Euro GBP, was a 5-hour winner that ran to 8-hour. And let's take a look into it. So on daily, we have a market that just shifted once with a clear break to the downside, and I was using this break as my context for an entry. On 2 hours, we have a beautiful structure lining up, like with clear breaks and one more break. So my 1 hour was the main time frame for this entry. Price is just moving down and then creating this real clear break. I was using this up move as my zone, and this week as a refinement to look for confirmations. it's interesting. Yeah, you see the setup is interesting because for many traders, this kind of price action will be already overextended, and they will look to buy these lows. You know, they will want to have this pullback, but as you can see, it never happened. So price just slowed down here, but never created this V-shaped pullback, and instead gave us a real nice entry here. And again, people would want to buy out, I don't know, like this low, you know, and it worked a bit, but probably it will be just liquidated. So coming back to 1 hour chart, so this was my structural time frame, and I was looking for this price action. What we had on 15 minutes, basically nothing. But on 5 minutes we have a really nice structure, and this time I decided not to enter in these upper parts. So I waited for this distribution, and then I waited for this wavy price action. I actually missed this entry or something inside on 1 minute, I don't remember, but I came into the market and saw like this really clear breaks. You see, almost full body candles, one direction, nothing stops, like one break, second break, and then I entered on 5 minute and just checked 1 minute. 1 minute in this case was against me. It was against me. I believe, yeah, it created like a break and then one more break, but I was just using this refinement and look at 1 minute that it started some reaction and entered. Break even somewhere at this point, so price never took me out at break even here, and delivered to 5R and then to 8R after that, but my management is 5R. In the future maybe I will reconsider it. So I consider this as a quality setup, a lot of confluence. So let's look into the journal. We have a confluence of daily, 4 hour, 1 hour and 5 minute time frame, and for me that's a great entry. So this was my week. Still slow January, slow beginning of the year, but trying not to force anything. Yeah, and see you in next videos. Bye.